Bronx rapper, who stood by her during his prison time, to a Migos star, who placed a $500,000 ring on her finger. Cardi B's dating history has always drawn attention. But when another rapper claimed he had her first, Cardi quickly fired back and made it clear she wasn't staying silent.
Yo, Yella, why you checking that I f you? Why you saying some about your mouth? When did I ever f
What happened next exposed everything Offset. When it comes to Cardi B's romantic history with rappers, no relationship has been more public, dramatic, or influential than the one she had with him. The Migos member didn't just date Cardi, he married her, welcomed 3 children with her, and took fans on a relationship roller coaster the world watched in real time. Their story began in early 2017, just as Cardi's rise to superstardom was beginning.
Well, you know, we hung out and he heard the song and he really liked the song. He really liked my mix.
Their first public appearance together happened during the Super Bowl 51 in Houston in February 2017. Fans quickly noticed Cardi B and Offset holding hands, sparking rumors that something serious was developing between the Bronx rapper and the Atlanta trap star. At the time, most people assumed it was a new celebrity relationship just beginning. What the public didn't realize was that their bond had already become far deeper than anyone imagined. In October 2017, Offset shocked fans when he proposed to Cardi during a concert with a massive $500,000 diamond ring. The crowd erupted as the romantic moment went viral across social media. However, months later, Cardi dropped an even bigger surprise. She revealed that the two had actually gotten married in secret back in September 2017, 1 month before the public proposal. The private ceremony took place at a courthouse with no glamorous dress, no flashy ring, and no celebrity guests. It was simply 2 people choosing to commit to each other away from the spotlight before the world even knew their love story. Despite the romantic beginning, the relationship soon became surrounded by controversy. Offset faced multiple accusations of infidelity, and the issues played out publicly. Cardi addressed the emotional toll in her music, especially in her song Be Careful from her debut album Invasion of Privacy. Through interviews with major publications, she spoke honestly about the pain and betrayal she experienced, while also explaining her decision to try and repair the relationship. Cardi revealed that the couple sought counseling, spoke with spiritual advisors, and attempted to rebuild trust despite the intense public scrutiny. The drama reached a dramatic point in December 2018 when Cardi announced their separation. Shortly afterward, Offset made a highly public apology by appearing on stage during her performance at Rolling Loud, holding flowers and asking for forgiveness in front of thousands of fans. The moment sparked debate across the internet. Some viewers found it romantic, while others criticized it as a desperate attempt to win her back. By early 2019, the pair had reconciled, but their relationship continued to experience ups and downs. Cardi filed for divorce in September 2020, but later withdrew the paperwork. Years later, in July 2024, she filed again while pregnant with their 3rd child, signaling that the relationship had reached another serious breaking point. During their time together, they built a growing family. Their daughter, Culture Kiari Cephas, was born in July 2018, followed by their son, Wave Set Cephas, in September 2021. In September 2024, they welcomed another daughter, Blossom Cephas. Even as their personal struggles continued, the couple remained connected through their children. As of 2026, their divorce proceedings are still ongoing, with headlines focusing on disagreements over custody, financial responsibilities, and living expenses. Cardi has claimed she pays for most household costs, including tuition and transportation for their children. Reports also revealed that Offset paid off more than $1.5 million in tax debt in late 2025. Although this marriage ended in divorce, it wasn't Cardi's first serious relationship. Before the fame, the awards, and the global spotlight, there was Tommy G's. The Bronx rapper and love and hip-hop New York cast member, was part of Cardi's life before everything changed. Their relationship, which lasted roughly from 2015 to 2016, happened during a difficult period when Tommy was incarcerated for gun possession. Despite the circumstances, Cardi later described the relationship as one of the most genuine connections she experienced before her rise to stardom.
Don't you have a manager? And let me tell you something. Me and Tommy, we're not together right now. But even if I was sucking and doing on TV, I still don't care. As long as his commissary popping, he don't.
Global fame, chart-topping hits, and magazine covers, Cardi B lived a very different life. And one relationship from that period still stands out in her story. Her romance with Bronx rapper Tommy G's was raw, complicated, and deeply personal. At the time, Cardi was still building her name through social media and reality television, and Tommy was dealing with serious legal troubles that would keep him behind bars. Despite the circumstances, Cardi often spoke about how committed she was during that chapter of her life. Her honesty about the situation became one of the reasons fans connected with her so strongly. Cardi never tried to hide the reality of loving someone who was incarcerated. She openly explained that she supported Tommy during his prison sentence, making sure his commissary account was filled and that he had what he needed while locked up. For Cardi, loyalty wasn't just something you talked about, it was something you proved through actions. Much of their relationship played out on television, through Love and Hip Hop New York, where viewers saw the emotional weight that came with supporting someone in prison. Cardi discussed the challenges in detail, the long trips to visit him, the loneliness that came with being separated, and the uncertainty about the future. Prison visits, missed holidays, and the constant stress of maintaining a relationship through bars became part of her story on the show. It was a vulnerable side of Cardi that audiences rarely see from rising artists. Her dedication even showed up in a permanent way. Cardi once got a red ink tattoo of Tommy G's name on her right wrist as a symbol of their connection. At the time, it represented the loyalty she felt and the belief that their relationship would survive the obstacles they were facing. But life had other plans. As Cardi's career began to explode, the dynamics of her life started to change rapidly. Her viral personality on social media brought millions of followers, and her breakout single Bodak Yellow transformed her into one of the biggest new voices in hip-hop almost overnight. Fame came quickly, and with it came new opportunities, responsibilities, and pressures. Unfortunately, the relationship with Tommy couldn't survive that transformation. By the time Cardi was dominating charts and appearing on major stages, Tommy had already become part of her past. She eventually covered or removed the tattoo that once symbolized their bond, signaling that she was moving forward with her career and her life. Tommy G's life, after their split, took a far darker turn. According to reports, he became involved in additional legal trouble, including a serious incident in Harlem. Authorities alleged that he was involved in a hit-and-run situation where a man and his young son were struck by a vehicle. The accusations led to extremely serious charges, including attempted murder and assault. The case shocked many people who remembered him from Cardi's earlier days. Despite how dramatically things changed, Cardi has occasionally reflected on that relationship without bitterness. She has described it as a learning experience, one that taught her about loyalty, sacrifice, and the reality of supporting someone through difficult circumstances. There has never been public hostility between the two. Instead, it appears to be a situation where two people shared a real connection at a specific moment in life before their paths moved in completely different directions. Another name that became linked to Cardi through controversy rather than romance was Chicago rapper King Yella. Unlike her relationship with Tommy, this situation was fueled mostly by accusations, diss tracks, and internet drama. In January 2018, during the peak of Cardi's early success, and while she was engaged to Offset, King Yella released a diss track titled Cardi B Truth. In the song, he claimed that he and Cardi had been involved romantically back in 2015. The lyrics were intentionally provocative, suggesting that their alleged relationship had been hidden from the public. To support his claims, King Yella even posted what he said were screenshots of FaceTime calls and conversations. He also tried to bring Tommy G's into the story, claiming that Tommy had told him about the alleged encounter. For a moment, the rumor spread quickly across social media and gossip blogs. But Cardi was not interested in letting the accusations go unanswered. Instead of ignoring the claims, she responded in a way that would become one of her trademarks, confronting the situation head-on. Cardi recorded a phone call between herself and King Yella and shared it publicly. On the call, she challenged him, directly questioning when the supposed encounter had ever happened. Her tone was blunt and unapologetic. She accused him of chasing attention and trying to attach his name to hers while she was dominating headlines. According to Cardi, the only connection between them came through mutual acquaintances, such as Tommy G's. She insisted that there had never been any romantic or physical relationship between them. The recording quickly went viral, and many fans sided with Cardi after hearing the exchange. The situation escalated briefly when Offset and King Yella were reportedly involved in a heated argument that circulated online. However, the controversy did little to boost King Yella's career in the long run. Later in 2018, he was arrested on attempted burglary charges and eventually served about 3 years in prison. That legal trouble removed him from the spotlight just as quickly as he had entered the conversation. Years later, the story took an unexpected turn. In September 2022, King Yella posted a public apology directed at Cardi on Instagram. In the message, he admitted that he had exaggerated the story during a time when he was acting recklessly. He wrote that he wanted to apologize and that he was focused on personal growth and maturity. For Cardi, the apology essentially confirmed what she had been saying from the beginning. However, even after acknowledging the exaggeration, King Yella occasionally continued referencing Cardi in his music. As recently as early 2025, fans noticed indirect mentions that suggested the attention-seeking dynamic might not have fully disappeared. Another rumored connection involving Cardi came from Pooh Shiesty, though this situation appears to be far more one-sided than anything else. The Memphis rapper, known for his hit Back in Blood, has openly admired Cardi for years. Pooh Shiesty is signed to the label founded by Gucci Mane, and he has mentioned Cardi in interviews as someone he would love to collaborate with. But what began as professional admiration eventually turned into something that looked more like persistent flirting. In August 2024, while incarcerated on firearm-related charges, Pooh Shiesty appeared in Cardi's Instagram Live comments and left a message that quickly caught attention online. The comment jokingly suggested that he was 5 minutes away and asked her to open the door. The timing made the comment even more noticeable. Around that period, Cardi had filed for divorce from Offset and was pregnant with their third child. Fans quickly screenshotted the comment and began sharing it across social media. Offset himself responded on Twitter with laughing emojis, which many people interpreted as mocking the attempt. Cardi, however, chose not to respond at all. She offered no acknowledgement, publicly keeping complete silence about the situation.